Hey everybody, Christina Type Classic popping in because I have a quiet house and I can do a video without interruption. My kids are all off doing their own little thing. My son, he's playing with the neighbors downstairs. My daughter went to a football game or a basketball game. So I'm just like enjoying the moment. My husband, he's at work and this is just like heaven, heaven. Finally, a house to myself. But anywho, I wanted to come in and I wanted to give you a video to update you on everything. I don't remember the last video that I made, but it's been a minute. And I know I said I was going to give you guys constant updates, but a lot of things has happened. So I wanted to come on and share with you what has happened to me so far. Now, all of you who have followed my channel, you know that I have been without work. It was going on almost 3 years, and the whole journey in itself is a humongous testimony, a testimony about waiting on God. Now, you know that I had left my job and my husband and I had decided that I would stay home. Now, throughout the time that I was home, a lot of the, situations has changed. There was a lot of ups and downs. When I first left, my husband was working, and throughout the period, he had ended up losing his job, so we were without income. And then finally, God opened up the door for me to have a job, but it wasn't a job in my field. It wasn't a job that was paying a lot of money, but it was at Kmart, and starting at minimum wage. And I humbled myself and I took it because I know that we needed to bring money in the house, so I worked that job without acting like I was too good for it. It was a very humbling experience. I got in there, met wonderful people. I love them. I'm still there to this day. Um, but there's more to the story. But anyway, I love them. They're great people to work with, and throughout the time, I ended up getting promoted from being a regular little cashier at Kmart to shift supervisor position, and then there was another promotion that I had got. Um, Even after they announced that the store is closing, it's closing as of February, the first week in February, but I was still getting promotion after they announced that we were closing. So God had his favor upon me throughout the whole time. I also used the opportunity not to beat people over the head with, the word or whatever. I let how I am and how I handled myself speak for itself to show that I was a child of God. From there, people ended up getting curious, wanted to know about, why I acted the way that I acted, and then it gave me the opportunity to talk to them about what God has done, what He's doing, how I have a relationship with Him, just in regular conversation. But it was always something that they wanted to ask me about. So that gave me the opportunity to talk about him and how good he is and what a big part he is in my life. So it's just been an amazing journey. And since then, I've been on several interviews where God didn't open up doors for me. At that time, I knew that it was a God thing. I knew that He wasn't opening up doors for a reason. And I knew that when He did open up the door, it would be in His time and not mine. So I am officially starting a full-time job at a credit union, which is in my field of banking. And He opened up that door for me right on time, meaning that the Kmart store is closing. It was supposed to close January 27th, but they've extended it to February, the first week in February. But He opened up the door for me just in time for that store closing to happen. And He blessed me with not just a full-time job, but now I have benefits. Also, the benefits are amazing. They cover my husband and my children. And, there's also an incentive program. It's just amazing what God is doing. He also allowed me to continue employment even after Kmart closed because Sears Corporation, Holdings Corporation owns Kmart, and they offered me a job at Sears part-time. So it's like, I went from not having a job, not knowing what I was going to do, to him just, but I did know what I was going to do. I was going to wait on him, but then he opened up the door in his time for me to have uh, not just one, but two job opportunities. So I wanted to come on, share that with you, and just encourage those who are in that waiting process. Continue to wait on God, and in the process, just have faith that He's going to do what He said He was going to do. Don't ever let anyone take you away from your weight, discourage you from your weight. Sometimes it looks to the world as if, uh, that you don't know that it's God telling you. A lot of people want to say, well, you don't know. God wouldn't want to have you wait and go through these up and, these really these down times. But, it's a whole journey. And he said that it wasn't going to be easy, but he also wanted us to remain faithful. He wants us to remain obedient and listen to him, not what the world says. Because any situation that he puts you in, no matter how low it might seem, there's always victory at the end, because it's all for his glory. And I am a walking witness to that. And I'm so grateful to have been, able to experience it. In my situation, I have crazy faith. So even in the beginning, when times got hard, even when my husband lost his job and I was not sure exactly, well, where food was going to come from day to day, I knew that God was going to provide. Like, it's not that I wasn't sure. I knew that he was going to provide. I knew that this was just, something that we had to go through. We both had crazy faith that, no matter what, he was going to take care of us. And he did. I mean, 3 years isn't long to some people, but imagine 3 years with, only receiving just a little bit of money to feed a family of 4. I mean, not on any food stamps or AFDC, the money that you get from the state. Not to say that there's anything wrong with it, but we didn't have any of that. Wasn't able to receive unemployment because I resigned from my job, and you can't get unemployment if you resign. So it was just a lot. It was a lot, but God took care of us throughout the time, and I'm just thankful that he allowed me to go through this so I can share my testimony with someone that's going through the same thing. So I will pop in a little bit later, and thank you for watching. Leave comments, rate, and subscribe. Peace.